All right, thanks a lot, and thank you for sticking around for the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports coverage. Walsh will be joined by Robby Incmikoski in a matter of moments, and we're taking your phone calls tonight at 412-575-2600 is the number, and another Bucco bullpen meltdown for you here tonight. The Pirates were tied 2-2, one of the hottest teams in the majors right now. They won their 7th straight, the Miami Marlins. They won this one 8-3. Braxton Ashcraft, not bad, goes 5 innings here tonight, 2 earned, 4 Ks, hands it over to the bullpen. Dotel, scoreless 6 in the 7th. That's when the problems happened, 7th and 8th, and Dotel. And then you have the new guy from Aruba, Antoine Kelly. It was a disaster in the 7th, 4 runs, and the Pirates lose again. Now, this bullpen has been historically bad. It's one of the worst in the majors right now, Robby. You obviously know that. You see it. You can watch. You have eyes. 14 blown saves. A lot of them, I think 6 or 7 have been multi-run ones. And, out of 27 chances, that's not good. 50% of the time, they're blowing a game. Now, tonight, another one.
They were on track, Rich, for an epic 2026 season. And unfortunately, the recent performance of the bullpen, look, I don't know if it's going to derail it, but I have to eat my own words a little bit here.
And they fixed it this offseason. I would think, I'm not going to say the bullpen is easy to fix, but Ben Cherington has to get to work right now because, what they're doing is trying to bring some guys up right now. It's not working. They got to go out and get guys, and they're going to have to give up something to get guys too.
Well, there's no doubt about that, and I don't think they're going to – I don't see them pulling from the Major League roster to help this bullpen right now because when you look at the Pirates, they're a team – they have to hit on their free agent signings, and largely they have, with the exception of Marcell Ozuna, who has not had a good year. Brandon Lau, team MVP in my opinion. Ryan O'Hearn, spectacular. Ozuna obviously been struggling. Soto, up and down. Santana gave you glimpses of brilliance last year, and this year obviously having a rough go at it. How much can you dip from the minor leagues? People saw Dotel come up. He gets a couple good outings, and it's like, hold on a second here. This is the first couple appearances this guy's ever had. Leagues adjust. Teams adjust. Players adjust when they see these guys come up to the big leagues, Rich. So what do you do? I don't know, but it's not going to be easy. And do you want to trade up-and-coming prospects that you might eventually need at some point in time later in the season to get bullpen help? Maybe that's their best option. Who knows?
Well, they got to go out and get someone. And you're right. You got to give up something in your minor leagues. I don't know who it is, but give up someone to get a couple arms in here. Oh. If you want Chapman, you're going to have to give up something to get him, although he is 38 years old. But, you got teams coming in that you got games that are winnable. Miami Marlins, that's a winnable series. It's a team with basically the same record, right? Then you're at Oakland and at Colorado. I mean, you can make up some ground here, but you're not going to make up any ground even against a team like Colorado if you have a bullpen that's just throwing up meatballs.
And have you looked at the Pacific Coast League and how many homers they hit, how high the offense is in the PCL? The Athletics are playing in a Pacific Coast League ballpark this year in Sacramento, and then they got to go to Colorado, where the history is known for the ball flying all over the place out there. So, look, with a leaky bullpen finishing off this series, look, I'm not one to sound alarms, and they're back down to 500 after the loss tonight, I believe. And look, they're in a jam. There's no doubt about it. To have the offense produce as much as they're producing after as much as struggled last year, to have a leaky bullpen at this time, it is going to bite them in the tail at some point in time. And I just hope it doesn't, because I really believed, Rich, this was the year that the Pirates are going to make a playoff run. I still have faith that they are, because I think they can solve these issues.
I think you can solve it, but you're going to have to get some arms in here. There's no question about it.
There's no doubt. They got to get late inning arms. And the Majinski thing, I don't know, what's going on with it. What's his head like? He prepared as a starter all year, gets moved. Obviously, he wasn't happy about it. But what does that do to a guy's mentality? And talk about the muscle memory of just prepping your body to be a starter. Then you go in a reliever. He struggled last outing. So I don't know. I don't know.
Well, I was going to ask you about Majinski. I'm glad you brought it up. I was going to ask you, they need more innings out of this guy. You can't rely on having Jared Jones pitch 4 or 5 innings and then him come out and finish the game. You're either going to put Majinski all in the bullpen and use him every couple days because he's one of your best pitchers, right? Or put him back in the rotation, because look what's going on with Mitch Keller right now. I mean, Mitch Keller, it's not even debatable. He's worse than Majinski was in the starting rotation.
Right. Yeah, I mean, Look, the numbers show that, Rich. I can't disagree with you. And honestly, Rich, it pains me to have to agree with you this much. I just have to do it. I have to wear it, Rich. Agreeing with you as much as I am right now, I don't really want to do it. It pains me and it hurts my soul to do it. But you're not wrong. And look,
Can you say that again?
now you're asking for it, Rich. That's not happening again, okay? You already got I gave you your flowers already tonight. Don't start. But what I am saying is, look, I'm not an expert at baseball. I'm not going to act like I'm an analyst or played the game at any professional level because I have not. But what I will tell you is baseball is a game of routines, and Karmajinsky was in his routine. I'm not going to say he is not capable of changing, but there's so much that goes on behind the scenes when you're taking a guy, a guy who, well, it's been a starter. Now you're making him a high leverage, high impact reliever to get multiple innings, get you through the lineup an entire turn, maybe 3+, possibly 4 innings in a tight ball game. They could have used prime Majinski tonight late in that game.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that. All right, we're taking your phone calls tonight, 412-575-2600 is the number. Don't forget about our Penn West University question tonight. Just scan that QR code, right-hand corner of your screen. Do you think the Pirates have a chance to make the postseason?
Yes.
Hey, I do too. I would fall into that 22% category. But right now, our viewers are saying 78% or no.
It's emotions. It's emotions, Rich.
Look, it's been bad. It's been bad lately. I mean, they're 1-6, so that's not good. And
I believe the Marlins have won 6 of 7 now too, or
they won 7 straight.
7 straight. Okay,
yeah.
So there you go. Yeah.
And look, if LA, Atlanta, that was kind of a litmus test where they where they are, a barometer, if you might say, it didn't look good. And now a team that you could take 2 out of 3 against didn't look good at all today. All right, back in a couple minutes. All right, welcome back to Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. This is our Xfinity tweet of the night from Joe Block, the Pirates play-by-play guy. Most home runs in a season by Pirates second baseman. You got Neil Walker at 23. That happened back in 2014. One of their best teams in recent years. Bill Mazeroski, Hall of Famer, 1958. George Granum, 1930. And look at Brandon Lau, 17 in 2026. And there's still, 55% of the season left here. So that number by Neil Walker is definitely within striking distance, Robbie.
Striking distance? He might hit 40.
I'm not getting to 23 before the All-Star break.
He might hit 40 this year. And look, as much as the Pirates, look, they're wearing it on the chin with the bullpen. There's no other way to put it. They just are. And Donnie Kelly would be the first to admit that. You got to give props.
Robbie, how can it be so bad? I mean, that's what I don't understand.
Yeah, well,
how did it get so bad?
Well, hold on. Let me finish the original thought. We'll get to that, Rich. The Pirates deserve credit for Ryan O'Hearn and Brandon Lau. How many times have they signed the run-of-the-mill, same guy, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million, one-year deal, trade him at the deadline, get rid of him. We've seen it happen a million times. They deserve their props for Brandon Lau and the work they did in free agency this year and what they're getting, specifically with O'Hearn and Lau. How did it get this bad? Man, I don't know. Where can you look for internal improvement? Where can you get better performance internally? What can Bill Murphy, the pitching coach, do? First year with the team. What's this learning experience like for him? I can't remember if it's his first pitching coach job or not, but guess what? I don't get paid to follow it anymore, so it doesn't matter. But the point is, in his first year with a new organization, and hopefully they're able to get some improvement internally before they have to go elsewhere. Because I would feel bad for them if they had to trade valuable trade chips away to fix a bullpen, which you thought was going to be a strength going into this season.
Yeah,
so that's just what I don't want to see happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I don't think you would need to, though. I mean, bullpen arms, you're not giving up major leaguers, and most of the teams that you're going to get a bullpen arm from are teams that are out of it. They're sellers, right? So they're looking for prospects, kind of like the Pirates did a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I can't even think of any names that you could give away right now, but it'd be, someone that's probably in high A, double A that someone likes. I don't know, maybe a former first rounder that you would that you kind of are soured on. I mean, Tamar Johnson is probably a great name. Someone like him. Some team might take a flyer on a guy like him who's kind of stuck in this organization. Obviously, you're not giving up Seth Hernandez. That's not happening.
Well, obviously not. No
and you're not giving up any of the players that make an impact right now.
Right.
I mean,
hear me out here, Rich. If you want to take a Tamar Johnson, right? This guy was a top, fourth, fifth overall, something like that. He was a top 10 pick. I can't remember exactly where he was drafted. But you take a kid out of high school in Georgia, start working his way through the system. Yeah, a couple snags, a couple bumps in the road that he hits, fine. This stuff happens, right? But do you want to give up on a guy at this point to get a rental for a couple months. I mean, you got Skeens, Keller, Jones, Chandler, Ashcraft, Majinski had a good start. I know Keller's struggling, but they've built for the last how many years to get here.
Yeah.
And to have it derailed by a bullpen is just hard to watch right now.
But
That's
now
my
you're
only
here,
point.
right? Now you're here. So Tamar Johnson, he was the 4th pick in 22, I think.
4th, yeah.
Yeah. So he's blocked. If you're going to try to extend a guy, and you should try to extend Lau, he'd be blocked by him, right? And you
yeah.
also have Nick Gonzalez.
That's also true. Nick
So
Gonzalez is starting
when are you going to see someone like Johnson here? Trade him, get me an arm. You know, I don't
Call
mind.
Ben Cherington right now.
Let's call him up.
Get him on the line.
Let's go. Rick
Get
in
his email.
Chippenville. How you doing, Rick?
Hey, Rich, Robbie, hey, thanks for taking my call. You know, I watch you guys every night. You do a great job, and you know, I'm 72 years old. I've been a Pirate fan all my life. I've seen games at Forbes Field, Three Rivers, PNC, and tonight was the most pathetic bullpen I've ever seen. And you've been talking about it tonight, but they got to go get some arms. I mean, we finally got some bats, and we can score some runs, and our starting pitching's been pretty good. But the bullpen, how many games have they given away already? And you know, they got to make a run this year. They got to do it.
What's it, like 7 or 8 now? I think, right? That late inning, or at least games
it's
that you can
14. It's 14 out of 27.
But there were some egregious ones.
I think it's 7 multi-run.
Yeah.
Multi-runs.
I think that's what it was.
That they were blown.
Yeah, and I'm jealous. What's his name? John. I'm jealous to see games at Forbes Field, Three Rivers.
Rick, that's Rick in Chippenville, another great caller. Yeah, I mean, look, tonight was bad. I would say that first Dodgers game was worse on Tuesday when the Dodgers scored 10 in the 7th, but this isn't good. I mean, there's been a bunch that aren't good. I mean, starters, I'm not going to give the starters a break. They need to go a little bit longer, maybe into the 6th. But you need guys like Dennis Santana and Soto, guys like that. And then they need 2 more. Maybe it's Carmen Majinski. Maybe they're not utilizing these guys right. They got to figure something out. They got to do something. Ben Cherington should be on the phone right now trying to make a trade. Terry, Connellsville. How you doing, Terry?
Hey, Rich. Robbie, I
Hey.
miss you to games, but I'm going to tell you right now. But this Pirate team is probably not made for the playoffs this year. They're improved, but until they solve their pitching situation in the bullpen, they're up the creek without the paddle.
You know, Terry, look, if you called here, if you would have called here this time last week, we'd be singing a different tune, right? Almost.
No doubt.
Maybe 8 days ago before you went to Atlanta, right? You thought you had a shot in Atlanta. You thought you know, I think you and I were talking about it. Hey, this 6th game is a litmus test. You need to at least go 2-4, right? They went 1-5. We thought maybe they could go 3-3, right? You lose a series, you win a series. And they were close to maybe doing that if it wasn't for a bullpen issue.
And they could hang with every team in the league, and I think they proved that. They didn't win. They got swept in Atlanta. They lost 2 or 3 of the Dodgers. Should have won 2 or 3 against the Dodgers. So it's not like the Pirates are being completely outclassed here. Like, I think that's that's kind of how I view this right now. They're not being out. It's not like they don't belong on the same field as these teams. They do,
No.
and they can beat these teams. It's just that one little tweak, and I don't know. I wish I had something more intelligent to say.
Yeah.
Because we know the problem. How do you address it? It's not like every team in the league, with the exception of maybe the Dodgers, has the bullpen set up 1 through 6, 7 that you have in terms of bullpen arms. That these are big league players. It's hard to build a bullpen top to bottom in Major League Baseball. So the Pirates are just having an abnormally bad time.
You can win with this offense. I'm not rolling out the postseason yet. But
I'm not. I still think they can make the playoffs, Rich. You got to figure this out. And look at all these blown leads, and look at still where they are right now. 500 team could be way worse, but it also should be way better.
Yeah, I mean, I think they're a game out of a wild card spot, but the problem is there's a bunch of teams in that mix right there. So let's go out to Steve in Cecil Township. How you doing, Steve?
Hey, how you doing, gentlemen?
Thanks for calling.
You know something, I agree with the first caller. I'm 73 years old. I grew up with the Pirates. I know everything. I've played ball. I know how the game's played. I've played small ball. I've played the long ball. We ought to be listening to Chuck from Uniontown. He knows what he's talking about.
Yes, he does.
You know?
I love Chuck from Uniontown. That's my guy.
Yeah. I mean, look, we all know. We've been saying this for over a month about the bullpen. The bullpen has been a problem. I mean, they wrote it out. But now it's make or break time. Ben Cherington, I feel like the Pirates have to make a move sooner rather than later. They can't wait to the trade deadline. You got to go out now, maybe overpay for someone. I think you have to do it sooner. Get the guys you want or you target instead of making a last-minute deal at the deadline.
Rich, let me ask you this question. What do you think of the bullpen?
I mean, it's the worst bullpen in the majors right now, statistically. I mean, they've been awful. I mean, how can you say anything?
I know, that was facetious. I know what you're saying.
I mean, they've 14 blown saves out of 27 opportunities, period.
Yeah. We got to wrap, Rich.
I know. I just want to sit
Unless
here.
you want to keep going. I'll keep my mouth shut. I'm going to let you go.
I want to sit here and contemplate on how bad things are in the bullpen.
Well,
you got to make a move, Ben
how much hair
Cherington.
gel
You got to do it now.
Right now.
All right, back in a couple minutes. All right, welcome back to the Ireland Contracting Nightly Sports Call. You know, one thing I think is a good bet right now, Robbie, I don't think the Pirates are winning the division no matter what they do. Milwaukee's a pretty good team, has a chance to win the World Series, especially with a pitcher like Jacob Mizorowski. Another
he did
solid.
Tonight?
Yeah, threw 104 miles an hour. That's pretty good.
15 punchies, faced 27 batters.
By the way, last 8 starts, 7-0, 17 ERA, a 17 ERA, and 80 Ks. So pretty impressive. You know, when most people say that Paul Skeens is the best pitcher in the majors right now, nothing against him, but this guy's putting up some dynamic numbers.
I actually thought about that tonight. Tonight, when I saw what Mizorowski did for Milwaukee, I thought this guy is going to start the All-Star game and not Paul Skeens.
Yeah, I mean, and this guy deserves it too.
Oh, no doubt.
Fastest pitch as a starting pitcher
Paul's
this year.
going to be there on the All-Star team, no doubt. But
100%
Mizorowski's going to get the start, I think.
So right as we speak right now, 35 and 35. We don't have a lot of time here left. They're right outside the wild card looking in. There's about 8 teams that are probably in the mix. They're not going to win a division.
Keep the faith. That's all I'm saying.
I understand
Rich.
I understand that you said that. Do you think, answer this question, do you think the Pirates still have a chance to make the postseason? This one says
indeed.
chance.
I just think talent alone, I think they figure it out, and I do think they are going to be competitive for a playoff spot come September.
Okay, take away chance. Do they make the postseason? Yes or no?
Yes.
Right now, on the spot, 15 seconds.
Yes.
I don't think they do now. All right. Thanks a lot, Robbie.
What's it like being wrong, Rich?
We're going to see. We're going to do the show in October.
Happy hair gel and Rich. I love you.
See you on Sunday. Hopefully we see you guys on KDKA News coming up in just a couple of minutes.